How are we doing? Like I said, sorry I couldn't pop on yesterday. Yesterday proved to be a rather interesting day. I had the day scheduled off for so we can go get the taxes done. And we were able to slip a vet appointment in for Sophie because she's been acting kind of weird lately. So we went ahead and took her in. Um, she's home now. She's, you know, got they got to put her on thyroid medication. She has a same thing that took poor Lil from us. It's hitting her. Sadly, sometimes when cats get older, you think they're gonna slow down, and sadly, the opposite happens. Sometimes the thyroid can go hyperactive. So we've got her on medication for that now, which she's already pissed off at us because we took her for a car ride, which she loathes. To the vet, which she doesn't really like. Then we were surrounded by other animals, which she can't stand. So we'll be getting lectured about this violation, interruption of her life for quite a while. But, well, we want Lil to be healthy and be around with us for a while longer, so hopefully as long as possible. But okay, apparently Channel 5 is apparently going to do a documentary or something like that called Secrets and Scandals of Doctor Who. I'm going to read more about this when I get home. I've been hearing about this last couple days. It's like, okay, there have been some interesting things that went on. I wonder if they're going to talk about how many, all the missing executive producers from the Moffat era. But, it's like, really, to put it in 80s terms, do I really want to know who went oingo boingo in somebody's Velvet Underground? It's just... Of course, you got all those folks walking around, I heard such and such did this, I heard no did that, and I'm like, and why do I want to know this? It's none of my business. I wasn't there, and what's the point? Ugh. So it's going to be interesting to see, what pans out on that. I'm sure they'll find something juicy. Juicy and moist. Ugh. Great, I got that one name circle in my head of the executive producer that disappeared right after Adventure in Space and Time. It'll hit me in about half an hour. The name's on the tip of my tongue, and or on the tip of my mind. And because there was a big thing about when she left and the argument she had with Moffat in public. Ouch. I know, I always hated it when I sprained my ankle and things like that. I did the Susan. Okay. Thank you, Cairo Skinner. It was like circling the drain there of what's left of my head. And I was like, because I remember, Cairo Skinner. She was, Caroline, but everybody called her Cairo Skinner. And I was like, allegedly, some stuff about that and all that they got out, and how Moffat, right there in public, so I'm going to erase you from Doctor Who. It's like, and she ended up quitting, got a hefty bonus, got a promotion. So, Well, I think the closest we've had to a cast member doing porno is Katie Manning's photo session with the Dalek. That poor Donna got violated. Oh man, so that's the big thing that's going around right now. Oh yeah, I've seen some. I never watched the series Selfie, but I've seen a few of the clips from that series, and I'm like, sheesh, she did just about everything except pole dance in that series. But yep. Sadly for me, I'm back here today, tomorrow, and probably Saturday because I've heard nothing about any possible cancellation for this Saturday. Ugh. So it was a day of days, you know. You had to go get the taxes done. We had to take Sophie to the vet, and we can only hope the thyroid medication, gets her, feeling better. Because she is getting to be an old girl. She's going on 14, and yeah, like I said, I gave up on Rings of Power about not even. I don't think I made it to episode 2. I'm sorry. It's just J.R.R. Tolkien wrote such an amazing, series of books. And now you've got somebody else after he's dead trying to tell the origin stories of those characters. And I'm like, I know, tell me about it. I'm on like a dozen medications myself, so I know what it's like. It's between my thyroid and everything else. Ugh. But I keep marching on. People are starting to wander into the lot right now. Also, we had some casting announcement. I'm thinking about doing an appearance about that. And yeah, we have to watch The Mandalorian. I've got it on deck for later today, so we'll have to get caught up on that. Plus, with everything, it's weird because everything's airing all at once. Like, we got Mando, we got Picard, we got, The Flash. And we know Picard and The Flash on their last series. There's people wanting, we want a Legacy series, blah, 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 or we want a Titan series. I go, you really? Where was all that Paramount support back when, George Takei went to Paramount after Star Trek VI and wanted to do a TV series revolving around the Excelsior? They ran screaming in the other direction. No! So you had a whole era back then that's never been explored between the time of the movies and the time of Next Gen. Hold it, wait a minute. Oh, so those dirty suckers killed off Cara Dune. All because Gina Carano made a moronic tweet. So they not only shut her down, they fired her, they canceled her figure series. Now they've given her character an off-screen death. Oh, what a bunch of a-holes. Now, people are like, well, what about Doctor Who? Well, the origin or things we know about the Doctor from before all came about during the series anyway. There was never a definitive Bible back at the beginning, as to who the Doctor actually was, where the Doctor came from, or any of that. Time Lords, as we know, did not exist until the War Games. The planet Gallifrey wasn't named until Time Warrior. Regeneration wasn't given a name until Planet of the Spider. So it's like, with Doctor Who, it's okay. We know that's going to happen. So that's why I wasn't too bothered with the Timeless Children or anything like that, because people have been going ape over that, and I go, yeah, but what about the Doctors they showed during Brain and Morbius? Well, I just prefer to think of those as Morbius's previous incarnations. Well, I did too, until Hinchcliffe produced the script notes. Also, you can read it on the info track for that episode on the DVD Blu-rays. And also there's even a newspaper article that was circulating around from the time Brain and Morbius they were hiring for the extras to do the pictures. So, yeah, they're disrespecting Hartnell. I go, sorry, they did the same thing back in '76, and nobody went screaming with their heads exploding. Yeah, like I said, the only Doctor Who canon that you should worry about is the one you're about to shoot your own foot with. Okay. You see, it's kind of like me with Paramount Pictures. All the Star Trek fan clubs, this happened, that happened, blah, 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 novels, blah, 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 comics, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, then Paramount said, if it happened on screen, it happened. So kind of Moffat, I think, took from that. And that was years ago when they said that, because there are like 50 billion different endings for the Enterprise A, that were fan fiction or comic or whatever. Then there was, I can't remember, I actually saw a different design for that one company was selling for the Enterprise B, the Alaska class battle cruiser. And, which later, in the series we saw that it wasn't, because that Alaska class thing was all a off the books done design. It wasn't done by anybody at Paramount. It just made a pretty poster. And exactly, that's all you got to do is just say alternate dimensions, alternate timelines. And like I said, I've just shown no interest in watching Discovery or anything like that, because all they did there, from what I keep hearing, is, okay, there was a bunch of places the Enterprise went, now we're going to go there. Yeah, sadly, we have not found out the fate of the Enterprise E, have we? They don't really mention it. That's why I was shocked when they're on the Titan. It's like, aren't they up to F by now or something like that? But so, all right, Mark, if you enjoyed stuff, I'll put it to you this way. It's not like, Mandalorian is not like the sequel movies. Mandalorian starts about 5 years after Return of the Jedi. And trust me, you want to watch it, especially the Series 2 season ender. That's all I'm going to tell you. You're going to fall in love with Mandalorian. It'll take you a while, but it's worth the effort. It really is. Also, you got to watch Book of Boba Fett, because it bridges between season 2 and season 3. And like I said, you're going to see a lot of familiar characters that you've never seen before from live action. That's all I'm going to tell you. Trust me, you've got to watch it. You'll fall in love with it. You see, I was sitting there skeptical as hell, but by the end of the first season, I'm like, holy shit. You know, I'm like, these guys focus more on things you didn't see in the expanded universe that got kind of rewrote. Where, you know, the Mandalorian, you're seeing a lot of things that you probably would have seen in the original expanded universe of Star Wars. Okay, I got to get running. I just looked at the time. Everybody, please take care of yourselves out there. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning in the parking lot. Take care, everyone. And I don't know, I guess have a great Thursday.